Bayou Time Sports is brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.
Hi, everybody. Welcome to Bayou Time Sports. I am so pleased to have with me Coach Tommy Rybacki, the head coach of the Nicholls State Cardinals, as they get ready to take on West Georgia University this Saturday night in John L. Guidry Stadium. It's a 6 o'clock start time. You can catch it on ESPN+, but don't do that. Come out to the game and see it on Saturday night. And this, I'm going to throw this in there for you folks, too. Nicholls is not going to be back in town after this game until October 25th. So you want to make sure you're out there this week in support of the Colonels. Coach Rybacki, so good to have you here with us. Getting ready for the Wolves, right?
That's it. We got a good West Georgia team coming to town this weekend.
I went and looked at West Georgia, and they had a terrific win to open up the season against Samford, a school that has a really good tradition there, and did it quite handily, to be honest with you. Then I go back and look at scores from last year, where against Central Arkansas, it's a 1-point loss, and we know down here how good Central Arkansas can be year in and year out. Then they play Tarleton State, who is starting to be a really good program out there in Texas, and they play them tough. Your thoughts in looking at film on West Georgia?
Yes, high-quality opponent who has been able to make the jump from Division II to FCS pretty well. I don't think their record last year tells the story of how competitive they were in a good league. And so when you see them on film to go to Samford, to go on the road and win a game 34-3, I think anytime you're able to do that, you got a good football team. And so we're expecting a good matchup here this weekend, and we're preparing hard to be ready for it.
I know the congratulations, and I don't know how much this quote-unquote matters to you, but you are ranked number 22 in the latest FCS poll, which is put out by Stats Perform. That's a terrific honor for the area. How UIW gets up there at 12 ahead of you when you just beat them soundly last week, I'm not quite sure. But all that being said, it's a nice honor. Stephen F. Austin, also from the Southland, made a peep in that poll as they are at number 25. So on some level, the kids have to smile and say our hard work is paying off, right?
Yeah, I think everyone who works hard wants to be acknowledged for their hard work, and rankings and recognition helps those players see, hey, what I'm doing is being noticed by people outside of just the Thibodaux community and the Nicholls area.
So the quarterback, getting back to West Georgia just a little bit, he throws for 2 touchdowns last week. They score 34 points in that game against Samford, throws for over 200 yards. They have a running back who goes over the 125-yard mark. Talk about the style of play they play with and what we might expect if we're out there at John L. Guidry on Saturday night.
Yeah, offensively, you're going to see a spread team. The quarterback is an experienced player, was able to start 6 or 7 games a year ago and then returns this year. He's a tall, athletic player who can throw the ball and can also be a factor in the run game. You look at the running backs run tough, they run hard, good players there, and you can see that from their production last week. Obviously, very multiple in their run schemes and some of the things that they do, but a wide open spread attack. They got a dynamic receiver who's a transfer from Georgia Southern who returned a kick last week for a touchdown, also a big factor in some of the perimeter game offensively. And then, when you look at them on defense, very multiple. They're a team that gives you a lot of different looks in the box, a lot of twists and stunts up front. So that'll be a different style of play, not the usual thing that you see week to week. But a good sound outing. I mean, they gave up 3 points a week ago. I thought they played well on special teams. They recovered a punt inside the 5-yard line. They were able to convert that for points, and then also returning a kick for a touchdown. So good sound team on all 3 phases for sure.
As you said, final score of that one, for those folks who didn't get it or didn't see, West Georgia defeated Samford 34-3 in that one. You mentioned some special team things with this team. They did recover. Actually, in watching the highlights of the game, it looked like that's what sort of set them off. They struggled the first couple of times they had the ball, but then they get a big fumble recovery on a punt, and it turned the tide just a little bit. Then you have a kick return for a touchdown. Special teams is always important. We noted that your special teams got better from week 0 to week 1. Do you see that maybe playing a factor in this game?
Yeah, absolutely. We got to be great in our coverage units and be able to flip the field on the punt team and, operate on all those units and play sound in the special teams. I mean, I think that's what's important is that you're able to play sound, prevent the opponent from having big plays and prevent the mistakes that can put you in some bad situations, either offensively or defensively.
I mentioned, obviously this weekend being September 6th on Saturday, and then you don't play again at home until October 25th. I'm not sure anybody in the United States of America has that kind of gap between their home games, and that's because you have 4 on the road and I think the 2 open dates in there. I realize you wouldn't have set it up this way, but did you and your coaches sort of sit over the summer and say, we're going to have to make sure our kids understand and maybe adjust to this as you're going to be on the road for quite some time?
Yeah, we're focused right now. We're focused on this week. Next week we have a bye week, so it's all about emptying the tank and doing everything we can to go into that bye week 2-1 and on the right footing as we look forward to that big road trip coming ahead. So our guys are focused on getting done what we need to get done this week and taking care of business and preparing for this game, and then we'll deal with the schedule, whatever it is, we'll play it. So.
Yep, and I'm sure you guys will. We're wishing you guys the best of luck this Saturday night.
Thank you.
Again, Coach Rybacki as the Colonels take on West Georgia, 6 o'clock start time at John L. Guidry. Hope you're in that number. Got to take a timeout. We'll be back right after this.
This segment was brought to you by Terrebonne General Health System Community Sports Institute in conjunction with Barker Honda and Barker Kia.